In a heartwarming display of affection and admiration, Princess Charlotte recently revealed her deep appreciation for the princess and Princess Royal for bestowing upon her the honor of wearing the crown during a special family event. This moment, filled with both tradition and emotion, has captured the public's imagination and reignited discussions about the royal family's evolving dynamics. Welcome back, folks. Please take some minutes of your time to subscribe. It's totally free, and it will help us bring you enjoyable content and, of course, watch to the end. Princess Charlotte, the young daughter of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, took to social media to express her excitement and gratitude. "Thank you, Auntie, and for choosing me to wear the crown," she wrote, paired with a charming photograph of herself adorned in a miniature royal tiara that sparkled with elegance. Her words resonated with affection, showcasing the close knit bonds within the royal family. The gesture was not merely symbolic, it reflected a deeper significance in royal lineage and the values of love and duty that the monarchy stands for. Princess Anne, known for her straightforwardness and commitment to royal duties, has always been a role model for the younger generation by choosing to share this moment with Charlotte. She not only celebrated her niece's growth, but also reinforced the importance of mentorship and family ties in the often ceremonial world of royalty. As the public eagerly awaits further royal appearances, this sweet exchange has illuminated the personal connections that lie beneath the formalities of royal life, reminding us all of the power of love and legacy and shaping the future of the monarchy. According to the royal family's website, Charlotte cannot hold her aunt's now title until the passing of Anne. The title of royal princess is traditionally bestowed upon the eldest daughter of the monarch. This title is held for life, so Charlotte would have to wait at least until the passing of the current royal princess. What can and can't a future royal princess do? Here's what Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis of Wales can and cannot do. At this stage of their lives, they cannot use tablets. One of the strictest rules in the family became known a few years ago, surprisingly in an age when toddlers learn to operate touchscreens before they can walk. William and Catherine remain surprisingly conservative in their children's upbringing. According to an insider, the couple places more trust in traditional toys, outdoor play, and the development of imagination and creativity. Tablets clearly do not aid in these areas, so the young Wales royals are explicitly told that iPads are personal items for mom and dad. They are off limits to them and can play with regular toys, ride bicycles, and splash and puddles in the absence of electronic games. The Prince and Princess of Wales make up for it by encouraging their children to ride bikes, play sports, and even splash around in puddles. Catherine dresses them in waterproof jackets for outings to keep them clean and dry. The children's toys are simple, inexpensive, and unpretentious cars, dolls, plush animals, and occasionally modern building sets designed to encourage imagination and healthy curiosity. It seems William and Catherine's approach is effective. Their eldest son has just entered the stage and spends a lot of time with his father, questioning him about everything. Charlotte's insiders say loves playing with dolls and creating fairy tales, often pretending to be a Disney princess. I think she hasn't fully realized that she is a princess herself. One source jokes cannot throw tantrums. No parent is thrilled when their child starts crying, shouting, and demanding attention. However, the Princess of Wales has a few tried and true methods to calm her children without resorting to traditional punishments like scolding or timeouts oftentimes. If Prince George throws a tantrum, Catherine starts singing loudly, shifting the focus from his attempts to seek attention to her singing. Another creative tactic involves Catherine mimicking the children's tantrums, pretending to flail on the floor, kicking and screaming. This playful mimicry helps the children see how silly it looks and often ends in laughter in public. Prince George and Princess Charlotte, and occasionally Prince Louis, are cautious about invoking their mother's frustration, can spend quality time with parents. While nannies traditionally handle royal childcare, Catherine and William prefer spending as much time as possible with their children, often choosing their company over royal duties. Prince George, for example, spends much time with his father engaging in conversations, both trivial and profound. William is sometimes surprised by the depth of their discussions, as his son begins to understand the differences between his status and that of his peers. Charlotte, on the other hand, shadows her mother emulating her actions, even following her into the kitchen. While she cooks surprisingly, the Wales family often eats together, defying royal tradition, and sometimes the children are allowed to bring their favorite toys to the table, cannot throw food, or refuse to eat. When the young prince and princess dislike their meals, they might be tempted to throw food on the floor in protest, refusing to eat. However, Catherine stands firm. The family's rule is, if the children deliberately make a mess, they must help clean it up, with no alternative meal provided. Instead, they receive only a glass of milk until the next meal. As a result, George, Charlotte, and Louis rarely refuse to eat, even if it's not their favorite dish. On the other hand, mealtime with the Wales family is not always a struggle for their children. Interestingly, Catherine occasionally allows George, Charlotte, and Louis to indulge in less nutritional options, such as French fries, perhaps following in the footsteps of Princess Diana, who would sometimes secretly take William and Harry to McDonald's. Of course, this is done in moderation, and likely in secrecy from Grandfather Charles, who is famously a health food. Enthusiasts cannot wear fashionable clothes. This isn't because the Princess of Wales doesn't want to spoil her children, though she does so in moderation, but rather due to the significant influence her family has on the fashion world. For example, one of Princess Charlotte's cardigans once crashed the server of the online auction site eBay for Now. However, the young royals don't concern themselves with the cost of their outfits, allowing Catherine to breathe easy for a few more years. In the British royal family, children are taught royal etiquette from a young age. The daughter of Katemiddleton and Prince William has been learning the nuances of public behavior almost since birth. The long list of royal rules she must follow has become an integral part of her life. She has had numerous opportunities to showcase her skills, and now at the age of 9, she garners attention as a worthy member of the British royal family, adhering strictly to royal protocol among the many royal rules. One of the first on the list for young Princess Charlotte is the etiquette of waving to large crowds, which royal family members frequently encounter throughout their lives. Charlotte had to learn how to do it correctly, because not just any hand movement is acceptable. The signature gesture known as the royal wave is an essential part of etiquette, allowing a comfortable and extended wave to greet large groups, while each family member adds their own creative style to this gesture. It must always involve an upright hand with a gentle wrist rotation, appearing stylish and refined without showing excessive excitement. Given the significant events that have already occurred in Princess Charlotte's life, she has mastered this gesture with grace and ease. She first demonstrated her impeccable skills during Queen Elizabeth Platinum Jubilee while riding in a carriage with her brothers. Noticing her 4-year-old brother Louis waving rather haphazardly, Charlotte gently corrected him by placing her hand on his knee. A few days later, standing on the royal balcony beside Queen Elizabeth II, Charlotte watched the Queen greet the crowd below and took it as her cue to display her flawless skills. Just 2 months later, Princess Charlotte had to demonstrate her skills during a more somber event, the death of her great-grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II. Although it was considerably more challenging for her, the young princess handled the situation with dignity and strictly followed royal protocol. At the state funeral, 11 days after the monarch's passing, Princess Charlotte adhered to the dress code by wearing a black dress and an appropriately styled black hat, she stood with her family members and was expected to follow the rules of the meticulously planned and ceremonially event. For a moment, it seemed the young princess lost her composure. She suddenly closed her eyes and covered her face with her hands. However, she quickly regained her poise, demonstrated her commitment to duty by approaching the coffin and making a deep curtsy in memory of the late queen. She also reminded her brother Prince George to bow as a mark of respect for their great-grandmother. Unfortunately, Charlotte and George were not strangers to such events, having accompanied their parents, the Prince and Princess of Wales, to a memorial service for Prince Philip in March 2022. After the service, Princess Charlotte shook hands with the clergy. At one point, she showed a moment of confusion upon seeing herself on a large screen, but quickly regained focus on the event. In May 2023, at the coronation of Prince Charles, now King Charles III, Princess Charlotte once again exhibited her impeccable grasp of royal etiquette. She arrived at Westminster Abbey, wearing a stunning white dress with silver embroidery and a silver headpiece matching her mother's attire, the Princess of Wales. Charlotte's demeanor was as dazzling as her outfit. She became a role model for her 5-year-old brother Prince Louis as they strolled through the park during the celebratory event. A month earlier, Charlotte had been learning to look after Louis. When the Wales family attended church for Easter with global attention on the royal family during King Charles III's coronation, Charlotte flawlessly executed her royal duties. The media highlighted her composed yet enthusiastic behavior and the maturity she displayed during the 2-hour ceremony. After the coronation, Charlotte performed her signature royal wave from the Buckingham Palace balcony. However, the following day at the celebratory concert, Charlotte made a minor mistake after curtsying to King Charles III as he passed by. She forgot to curtsy to Queen Camilla. Video footage of the incident quickly circulated, yet it was noted that Charlotte might have briefly lost her balance when rising from the first curtsy and got distracted forgetting the second curtsy. Nonetheless, Charlotte handled her misstep with dignity, maintaining her royal composure. Even festive occasions, such as Christmas, require strict protocol adherence during such holidays. Princess Charlotte ensures that courtesy and royal dignity remain paramount in 2019. 4-year-old Charlotte amazed royal fans when she appeared with her parents at a Christmas event. The young princess curtsied to Queen Elizabeth II and offered numerous handshakes. During the walkabout, onlookers praised Charlotte's poise and confidence as she graciously interacted and accepted gifts with thoughtful grace. At the 2023 Christmas concert, the more mature Charlotte made a similarly impressive impression. She appeared with her family, charming everyone with a radiant smile, and then greeted distinguished guests with a confident handshake. As she grows older, Charlotte has increasingly more opportunities beyond holidays and special events to demonstrate her knowledge of royal rules. In August 2022, she attended the Commonwealth Games with her parents, where she listened intently to others, greeted them with charming handshakes, and engaged in a relaxed yet reserved conversation. Princess Charlotte's first experience at the royal wedding came at the age of 2, when she attended her aunt Pippa Middleton's wedding, serving as a bridesmaid and true asset to the celebration the following year, equipped with experience in advising other children on when to follow the bride. 3-year-old Charlotte attended Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's wedding, although she momentarily let her guard down when riding in the car and accidentally stuck out her tongue upon exiting the vehicle. She waved to everyone, beguiling the crowd with her spontaneity. Months later, Charlotte attended her 3rd wedding, this time for Princess Eugene and Jack Brooksbank. By then, she displayed more confidence and elegance in the wedding portrait, with the bridegroom and other children in attendance. The photo captured Charlotte smiling and sitting with her hands on her lap. Educators of the young princess have shared that royal children, through official dinners and event attendance, including weddings, receive valuable preparation for their future roles and royal duties. Such experiences augment their behavioral skills, aligning with royal protocol and easing their future lives in accordance with it.